Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Yes, so we have shared screen. Here we have this also. So we shall get started. Okay. Um, if you thought I'm here to talk, actually you are going to talk to start with. Okay. So what I want is just your first name, right? First name and why are you here? And please try to give answer other than my kids are in the class and what do I do, right? So definitely something next to that. Why are you here? Shalina, we'll start on this smiley person on here. Sir, why are you here?
When I speak
First name.
part of
Uh-huh.
Vipul Maharaj said that you should attend this. So
Yeah. You know,
The subject of the class was interesting, so check it out. I was never not looking to discover themselves, so.
let's just go around the wall first. Okay. So yes, bro.
Yeah, I'm Shyam Sundar. Just came here to know about spirituality and real happiness.
Uh-huh. Thank you.
Ashutosh, Vipul Praveen told it that it is life changing. So,
Excuses.
Yeah, this is Santosh, and I came for to learn more about the culture and how it is going to impact our personal lives.
Can we all four of us shift here and leave one chair for him to manage the room? Next user.
Abhishek Gupta, my wife brought me here. She told me like it's an interesting class, just to discover yourself. So I came to it.
Okay, very nice. So now we'll go right at the back.
Ayushman, just wanted to listen perspectives.
Okay.
I'm Rahul. I just want to know how the spiritual world going to be handled together. I don't know.
Yes.
Santosh, of course, I brought me here.
I hope everyone is visible. While talking, you can just raise yourself. And that's yes, sir.
Amita, just trying to see what this is all about. I've grown up with Chimamshin all through my life. Just trying what is this
What is
called?
the
Yeah.
yes, sir.
Rashmi, and I wanted something. It's
Right. That is the point.
You need a dedicated cameraman for this.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. My name is Rakesh. I just wanted to explore more on spirituality.
Okay.
And we have been coming here from last 2 years. So we are just here to learn something new.
You know,
Hi, good. My name is Kartika. My son asked me so many questions regarding what is God, why do we need to pray God? So maybe I can find answers to convince him. Yeah.
it's your idea.
Roshni, I grew up when hearing my dad talk about Bhagavad Gita. He was literally by hearting the whole book. So I just wanted to know more, learn something.
I'm Sohan. I came with an open mind, just trying to absorb whatever I can, understand various aspects of discovering yourself, spirituality, knowing Bhagavad Gita. Just pretty open, came with a very open mind.
Yes, sir.
JD, obviously I have read Bhagavad Gita before, but wanted to understand a different perspective.
Where you are from in India?
India, Gujarat.
Because I have this intuition of where people are from, and I thought you are from Gujarat and validate it.
Pratik. I'm Pratik, and I'm here basically to be curious about more about Bhagavad Gita and its spiritual aspects.
Shivangi,
And really, I don't know why I'm here because it's my first class. The subject of the class is very interesting. So just wanted to know what is this class.
Okay, great. Now, like this, right? Everybody here spoke?
I'm Aniruddha, and I read Bhagavad Gita once, and I realized it's not a book you read just once. You read like for lifetime. So I wanted to come for a detailed. Hare Krishna, I'm Shanita. So I also like we want to take the class together.
What is it?
No, being
Thank you, thank you. Mother, there is seat right. And we're asking like, announce your name and say, why are you here? So if you can answer. What is your name?
Mamata.
Mamta. So what brings you here?
So it's been a while. I attended like 14 years back. Like, so I stopped in between, and then so when they announced it, we are having a BYS class, and so let's attend one time.
Yes, good. Thank you everyone. Again, my name is Ganesh Palave, Palave, and in the temple, my name is Gauranga Chanpadas, the initiated name. So I'm here last 20 years in Washington with ISKCON, and this is probably my 34th batch. Uh, the idea is that there are only 5, 6 sessions, and they answer very basics of life. Who am I? Where am I coming from? Where am I going? Why do bad things happen to good people? Does God even exist? And if God does exist, who is God? And what's my connection? And what's my relationship? And what's my action? Right? And the last part is why there are so many religions. And why there is fight in the name of religions. Why people are doing violence in the name of religions. All these are very basic questions. And is there any life outside this earth? Are there any the aliens and all that? Is that real? So these are very basic questions that we all have since childhood, and we just never bother to kind of question our parents or teachers because partly we also know that they may not know the answer, right? And our syllabus in the school and colleges do not teach this. But we want to live like a human being, not answer these questions, and then end our life. That will be like so many questions that we didn't ask. So we're here to ask those basic questions. We're going to look at the answers as per Bhagavad Gita as it is, that is running in the Brahma Gaudiya Sampradaya, right, in the Parampara, the Bhakti Parampara. What are the answers for all these questions? And whether there is anything in benefit for me here, like what is in it for me? Like, why should I even trust Bhagavad Gita? How do I know that Bhagavad Gita is original? All these are very good questions. This is not like a Baba telling you what to do and all that, and if you don't do it, it's sinful. It is not like that. Please ask all questions of your heart. Whatever you feel convinced, you follow. This is a program that is no cost, no obligation. To the point, there is money back guarantee. After attending all 7 sessions, if you're not satisfied, we'll refund you all your money. But if you like anything, this temple, not just temple, but the whole ISKCON runs on the volunteers who felt benefited in their life and thought, I want to pay it forward. And hence they are doing something to continue. Right? It's not centrally funded or anything. It is absolutely localized funded. The Lynwood team is now stressing that we are starting this. We do not know how this is going to run. So God, please help us. And they're putting their heart and soul together. And you'll see that this Lynwood community, this is the hallmark of the Lynwood community for being the vibrant activities, children, culture, heritage, everything. On the professional side, I'm a software engineer. I must say. So I run my own software consulting company called as Gokul Digital. And I have a branch here, branch in India. It's mostly consulting, placements, those kind of activities. I have been executive of the software. So I also come with a software background. I also came doing software coding, and this is my weekend hobby. And I came to Lynwood few days back to this place. I live in Samamish. And the prasadam was really good quality. So I asked Nanda Maharaja's daughter, Vipul's daughter, sorry, wife, that Mataji, this is really good. He said, you come and take a class over here. I will give you as much prasadam you want. So that was the deal. I said, okay, I logged the one batch at least. And also, this is a very vibrant place because in 5 years, 10 years, you'll see this is flourishing so well. And it's like a childhood experience for that whole community to come together and become a community. And I want to be part of your childhood. That's why I'm traveling all the way from Samamish just for this class. And we're going to start right now. Any questions before we start? No? Ready? I know time pressed we are because we have only 1 hour. Usually, every syllabus is 2 hour syllabus. So we are not going to rush because we can do more sessions rather than rushing the syllabus. We'll make sure your questions are answered. If we don't finish the whole session in one go, that's okay. We'll finish the session in 2 classes. That's okay. So we're not going to worry about that. Fair? All right. If no questions before we start, then we start. Discover inner self. It's a PowerPoint that's prepared by the amazing IITians and brahmacharis in Pune, gold medalists, some of them, like Radhesham Prabhu. And they revise syllabus continuously to make it better and better. And think of it like we have Vedic knowledge, right? Which is unlimited number of shlokas and information. We also have, I think it's better if I stand so that everybody can see me. So, like for example, Mahabharata is like 100,000 shlokas, Bhagavad Gita is 700 shlokas. So we have lakhs and lakhs of shlokas around. And it is overwhelming for a general person because Sanskrit as a language takes probably 11 years of full-time study just to understand grammar. Now that you understand grammar, now you open your first book and say, what does it mean? And I don't think we have enough patience in life to go through that type of route. So I'm very thankful to people who translated Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of ISKCON. He translated the knowledge from Sanskrit and Bengali into English. As a result, people like me could study this. And then I'm thankful to the Pune team that created these PowerPoints, Pune and Mumbai Chowpatty ISKCON. They created this syllabus called as Discover Yourself, which is based on the Vedanta Sutra. So why Vedanta Sutra? Because Vedanta Sutra is the executive summary of Vedas. Now, this executive summary of Vedas, you take that initial 4 or 5 sutras, that is what this syllabus is. That is why it is so effective. That is why it is standard around the world for ISKCON. And that is why it is so effective that it produces maximum result in life with minimum participation. And that is a power. So we have taken the most complex topics of the world and we have converted it into a baby food. And sometimes even baby food cannot be digested. That is okay. But spiritually speaking, it is a baby food. We get started with very basics. It's a corporate style PowerPoint. No expectations, no obligations. So with that, the first session is about inner self. Like, who am I? That's really the question. So simplest analogy is, if you have auto driving car, you'll have questions. But you have car and a driver, just like you have the human body and the Atma within. So the analogy is as simple as if you compare that, just like a driver is driving the car, and say car is also in today's day, it is driving by itself. You still need to have a person and tell the car, this is the destination you have to go, and toll or no toll, too fast or too slow, whatever, right? You have to put the desire into the car for car to go. No car says, I just want to make a trip to the town and come back. Right? That doesn't happen. The car doesn't have a life of its own unless there is a desire behind it. That desire comes from the person. Like that, this body also has a soul within. And that soul, which is in the region of the heart that we're going to look at. So we're basically starting with our own identity. Who am I? Because what is the point if we don't have our own identity in place and we do everything else? So we will start with this basic topic that who am I? And the analogy that is given is like this. And now we're talking about before and after condition of Arjuna. So Bhagavad Gita, some of us have read, some of may have by heart. It's one thing to by heart Bhagavad Gita, it's another thing to live Bhagavad Gita, right, as a life. And over there, here we are talking about my whole body is trembling, my hair is standing on end, my bow Gandiva is slipping from my hand, and my skin is burning. Bhagavad Gita 1.29. So Arjuna is saying, I'm depressed and I don't know where to go and what to do. Krishna, please guide me. Now, one may say, what is the big deal? Go through this situation all the time, right? We go through these moments of life. It's like, what do I do now? I'm really feeling not empowered. I don't know, how do I handle it? Um, so one may say, what is the big deal? Everybody goes through this. Arjuna is also going through this. And this is right before the Mahabharata war. This is the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita. In the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna is only giving, I must say, um, how do I put it? He's giving all kinds of counter arguments to Krishna about not having the war. It's like, Krishna, why? Why to fight? Because think about it, I can just go to jungle or I can do some begging. I do not want to fight. And why I do not want to fight Krishna? Because war will cause what? We had 640 million people on the battlefield ready to fight. And they all came uninvited. Like, oh, there is a war happening, I'm going. And some people came to fight and they said, which side do I join? And then if Duryodhana gave them nice hospitality on them, he said, okay, hospitality was nice, I join on your side. So the Kshatriyas, the real Kshatriyas, come uninvited to the fight. That was the Kshatriya code. Look at the eagerness to fight and die also. It's like, this is war, I'm going. That is Kshatriya. Like some issue happens on the road and there's a conflict going on. Um, the one thing that is possible is we run away from the situation. That is not my problem. And some people say, what happened? I need to go see it. Somebody's life in danger, I'll save it. Somebody is being abducted, I will save it. So those Kshatriya mentality people, they run to the fire. They don't run away from the fire. Those are the Kshatriyas. Arjuna is one of them. Ruji, is that possible? Get some water.
Yes.
Okay. So question is, why Arjuna is the first recipient of Bhagavad Gita? Why Arjuna is getting so much of limelight? His elder brother Dharmaraj was there. He could have been also, right? And do we have enough ventilation over here? Before we can open something. So Arjuna, his greatness is something that we see from his character as a person. So, for example, when the Mahabharata war was about to begin, and he went to Swargaloka to collect some divine weaponry for the war. So he went and met with Indra. And Swargaloka, for all practical knowledge, we say somebody died, was Swargavasi ho gaye. Okay, what is Swarga? Swarga is more like an elevated vacation place. You complete the vacation, Punya is over, kindly come back, live another human life again. So it is just another vacation place like Hawaii, better than Hawaii, I must say that. In Swarga, the rules of earth does not apply. Means what? Here we have the code of conduct of morality. You marry, stay within your married life, do not drink alcohol, do not drink, no cigarettes, nothing, right? In Swarga, it happens little differently. It is like there are apsaras and there are no morality rules of the earth that are applicable over there because that is a place of enjoyment. Then there is no wine, but there is somarasa. Somarasa, here you drink alcohol, liver goes bad, right? In Swarga, you drink somarasa, you become more strong and it is intoxicating, right? So the rules of the Swarga are little different. So Indra is sitting over there. It's more like a place to burn your punya. Like you have good package and you go to Hawaii for 4 days and live in a 5-star hotel. Come back. Indra is in his darbar. Arjuna is sitting next to him and Urvashi is dancing. Urvashi is dancing and Arjuna is looking at Urvashi. Now Arjuna is looking at Urvashi, Indra is looking at Arjuna. And because Arjuna is looking at Urvashi while she is dancing, Indra concludes Arjuna likes Urvashi. Tells Urvashi, Urvashi, kindly go to Arjuna's palace tonight in Swargaloka. Knock, knock, Arjuna's door in the evening. Urvashi is like, I'm here. Indra said, you were very intently watching me, so that means you like me. I'm here. Arjuna says, oh mother, that is the beginning of ISKCON. In ISKCON, everybody is a Mataji, right? Because Arjuna is starting like that. So Arjuna says, oh mother, you took a life of, basically you came as a wife of one of my ancestors in my Purvajas. So you are like my great, 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 great grandmother. So as a result, when in a new place, unknown place, suddenly say my sister is sitting over there. Obviously, I will give her little more attention than everybody else, right? Like that, I'm looking at you as a family member. So please don't misunderstand that I was watching her dance more intently. So thank you. Bye. She said, look, I'm Urvashi. Little chum chum Vishwamitras of this world who have done 60,000 years of tapasya, they break down. Right? Vishwamitra Muni, once he did tapasya, 60,000 years, Indra sent to Apsara. What happened? He got married. After 60,000 years of tapasya, they get married, no problem. And then they had children. Our first child, he was like, what happened? My tapasya is more important. I go back to the jungle. Again started his tapasya. Again, thousands of years of tapasya. Indra sent second Apsara. She just to chum chum, like payal or something, some chum chum sound. And he thinks that, oh, Indra has sent this again and it is so uncontrollable, gets angry, opens his eyes, and basically burns that Apsara to the ashes using his yogic powers. Well, first time he got attracted, second time he got angry. Both times he lost 120 years or 120,000 years of tapasya. That is the situation of yogis sitting in the jungle doing full-time meditation. Arjuna is a grahastha, kshatriya, allowed to take multiple wives as per kshatriya code of conduct. And Apsara in the Swargaloka is saying rules of morality are on the earth. In Swarga, for Apsara's rules don't apply. I am here. Urvashi literally means laptop, if you translate English to Sanskrit to English. That's a diversion. So this is Arjuna. This is his character. This is his self-control. He says, oh mother, you just have been my ancestor and I am not here for you. I'm here for the divine weapons that Indra is going to give me for the war. That is what Krishna has sent me for. Purpose is very clear. That is the standard, the Vedic standard of morality that really Mahabharata teaches us. Now we understand how qualified Arjuna is in his mind control. Yes? Now, the second part. Doesn't he have martial skills? He cannot fight? Well, the Virat Desh, that is where Pandavas took the Ajnatwas. Ajnatwas is 12 years of jungle time, then 1 year of hiding, incognito. And if we catch you, you go back again to the 12 years. That was the loop, programming loop that Kauravas had set up. And the fun part is, Kauravas couldn't find them. But they used a very logical thing. It's like they just went to ChatGPT and said, which is the place that is flourishing the most? And the answer came as Virat Desh. Virat Desh is flourishing most. They knew Pandavas follow Dharma. If Pandavas follow Dharma, if you follow Dharma, that place should flourish. So they went and attacked the Virat Desh and took all the cows, and they were like, we are going to conquer this, knowing that Pandavas have to come out. They cannot keep quiet when their host is attacked. They cannot keep quiet. Well, Arjuna was playing the role of Brahannada, the Napumsak lady, who was teaching Uttara the dance, the skill of dance. Why Arjuna had to play the role of Napumsak Brahannada? Because Urvashi gave him curse, saying that I am the most beautiful Apsara and you are refusing me in Swargaloka when there is no morality code over here. Curse you, you'll become Napumsak. And what did Arjuna say? Yes, mother, but I will not break my morality. Right? So Arjuna here playing the Brahannada, he went and defeated all Kauravas in one go without spilling one drop of blood. By using some Mohini Astra, he put all of them in a state of hypnotism. And then, in by Kshatriya code of conduct, if you take the Uttariya, the upper garment from somebody's body, the fighter, it's as good as you killed him. So, Bhishma, Drona, Karna, these are very, Duryodhana, these so powerful warriors, they are not defeatable very easily. Arjuna put all of them to sleep, took out the Uttariya, and came home victorious. And that was the end of their Ajnatwas also. They came out and said that, yeah, we are where we are. So they were successful. So Arjuna is not scared of fight. He has enough knowledge about how to fight also. So that is also there. So he can fight well. His morality is in place. His self-control is there. He follows his seniors. As a result, Dronacharya, when they wanted to, his own son, right? Say, for example, if I'm teaching a class, and the class, I have my kid, I have my son attending. There's a natural tendency that my son should benefit the most. Right? Your kids are learning over there. Don't you think my child should really learn something the best? So Ashwathama, Dronacharya's son, he wanted to learn Brahma Vidya or Brahmastra. And the Brahmastra, there are divine weapons, but you should have very good mind control about using those divine weapons. That's it. So as a result, Dronacharya taught, because son was asking too much and nagging, he taught him how to release the Brahmastra, did not teach him how to withdraw the Brahmastra. Like if I send a Brahmastra, what is your name?
Sure.
Sham Sundar. So if I send a Brahmastra on Sham Sundar Prabhu cannot do anything about it because it takes another energy. He can maybe send a Brahmastra, but he cannot withdraw it back, like if I send it. So he taught Arjuna how to send a Brahmastra and how to withdraw the Brahmastra also. But to Ashwatthama, he only taught how to send. So to his own child, he taught less and he taught Arjuna more. Why? Arjuna is so qualified. And that is why, that is what it takes. So in the Ekalavya story, he didn't teach Ekalavya and we say, what is this going on? But what kind of mind control you need to control the divine weapons, which you learn in the childhood, and then after 100 years, when there is a moment of death, there's a Brahmastra flashing on you. You remember the shlokas. Like when Ashwatthama released the Brahmastra, Krishna and Arjuna is there. Arjuna is saying, "Oh Krishna, what is this effulgence?" And Krishna is saying, "Oh Arjuna, Ashwatthama has released Brahmastra on the Pandavas. So you please, you know how to send another Brahmastra and withdraw both. So kindly do that." Then Arjuna says, "Yes, Krishna, why is Brahmastra coming? Okay, I don't think I'll follow so many etiquettes." He gets up, circumambulates Krishna 3 times, then focuses and releases another Brahmastra and withdraws both. That is the power of Arjuna. And what is Arjuna saying right here? My whole body is trembling. Really? Trembling? My hair is standing on the end and my bow Gandhi was sleeping. Arjuna had taken a vow. What was the vow? Somebody insults my Gandiva, I will kill that person. Okay. Now in the Mahabharata war, something fun happened. What was it? Karna really gave hard time to Dharmaraj. Dharmaraj was about to lose battle. He came back into the tent, hurt, bleeding, this, that. When Arjun learned that Dharmaraj is in trouble, he came running to his tent saying that, "Oh dear brother, I came to see you whether you're okay." Dharmaraj like, "You must have killed that Karna first before you came to me, Arjuna, because he did so many bad things to me." And Arjuna said, "Not really, brother. I just came to check on you first. Are you okay? Then I'll go fight. What is the use of your Gandiva?" Oh, Arjuna had taken a vow. And these are the men of vow. When they give a vow, they keep the vow. Yes. So now, Arjuna says, "Sorry, but Dharmaraj, now you need to fight me and I'll kill you." Krishna is right there. And he's saying, "You Pandavas, you keep making vows and then I have to come rescue you." Again, he teaches the Kshatriya code of conduct is if you insult someone, that is as good as killing them. My God, so many murders happening around. So if you insult someone, it's as good as you insult Dharmaraj. So Arjuna says, okay, better than actually killing. So he says, "Dharmaraj, you have done so many mistakes. What was the need to go into that Yuta, the gamble match? And if you went over there, what was the need to put all your kingdom into that? And if you put kingdom, why your brothers? Okay, you put your brothers, why did you put your wife? You are the cause of all agony." The brother is like, "Okay, come on, say more." So, and then insults are complete. Then he says, "Okay, Krishna, now I'll start a fire and I'll enter the fire because I have insulted on my own brother." So Krishna says, "You Pandavas, now the way to kill yourself is if you glorify yourself, if you self-appreciate, that is like killing yourself. Glorify." Arjuna like, "Okay, I am the Arjuna. I fought with Lord Shiva. And he gave me special astra because he was so happy. I went to Indra and I conquered this and I conquered that." And that is how his self-annihilation is also complete. Do you see how colorful Mahabharata is? And Bhagavad Gita is part of that. Are you enjoying so far? So that is the Arjuna. That is the mental strength he has. That is the caliber he brings. He's sitting with Krishna himself. And what is he saying? My whole body is trembling, my hair is standing on it, my bow is Gandiva. But in the second chapter, Krishna starts talking. But Arjuna gives his argument, no fighting. If we fight, 640 million guys will die. In Kshatriya code, every guy has multiple wives because they're kingly people. So now those many ladies and their children become orphan. When they become orphan, bad people in the society will try to take advantage. Now there is a Varna Sankara. That means there is a loss of Vedic culture. If the Vedic culture is lost, then our worship to our ancestors also get lost because nobody knows then how to do the Pitras and Pitrupaksha and all that. So Pitras which are locked in Pitrupakshas, even they fall down because they are not getting the supply of punya that were sent. So whole Vedic culture will die, Krishna. So many logical arguments. If all my relatives die, what is the use of me fighting and winning? Then whom I will enjoy with? Think about this. Say you get the kingdom of whole earth, but there is not one living being around you. Not even one living being. No bird, no snail, nothing. No human beings, no ladies, no gents, no children, no animals. Anybody who will be happy to rule the earth where you are the only living person? Please raise your hand. Whole earth belongs to you, but you are the only one. Right? So that is we agree that happiness comes from a living thing. Happiness does not come from dead things. Yes? That is the power of the soul. That we're actually working maybe 18 hours a day to get the earthly things, but actually we want people. So Arjuna is saying, if all my family members, relatives, friends, in-laws, we all die in the Mahabharata war, and I come out victorious, and even if I rule the earth, what is the point? Because I'm not having anybody to enjoy with. So very convincing argument. Any ordinary person will say, Arjuna is right. Yes. So far we're together. And then Krishna takes over in the second chapter. And he says, Arjuna, you're talking like a wise person, but actually you're not. That is the beginning of Bhagavad Gita, second chapter. And he starts explaining the science of soul first. You're not this body. So what are you talking about? And that is the second chapter. And then third chapter, Karma Yoga, and fourth and seventh onwards, Bhakti Yoga until the 12th. And by learning Bhagavad Gita and taking the Vishwarupa darshan of Krishna, now Arjuna comes to the next stage, right? So I still depressed. I'm now unable to stand here any longer and I'm forgetting myself and mind is reeling. I see only causes of misfortune, O Krishna. See, he's going through stress, but what kind of a caliber person we're talking about? Right? Arjuna had all these problems, depression, anxiety, but he came out victorious. Yes, we all know that. That is the power of Bhagavad Gita. Whenever you have situation in life, and if you know Mahabharata, if you know how Arjuna responded, you know those pastimes and the Vedic codes of conduct, you have something to hang on to when situation is really tough. Like in a moving train or a moving bus, you have this pillar to hold on to. So life is like topsy-turvy. There are lots of potholes. You may fall on somebody, you may collapse, a lot of things that happen, but you have something to hold on to. That something to hold on to is our Vedic knowledge. That is the Bhagavad Gita knowledge that says, I can go through this ride without any problem. And that is the beauty. Another small dimension, not part of this syllabus, but later in Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna was put into that condition of confusion so that he could ask questions that will benefit the whole humanity. That's another dimension of it. He was not actually confused. That is Krishna's Maya that he was put into that condition. Okay? Prabhu, you have to just stop me because I can go till sunrise. So you have to So knowledge of soul, that is so relevant. So what is the syllabus today? Right? This is the syllabus. Checking the time. All right. So am I matter or spirit? Science of scientific proofs about soul. And this syllabus is really interesting because it is about who? It is about, it is about me. So difference between the living person and robot, mechanism of mind, practical benefits. So tell me, Prabhu, how much time I have?
Another 20 minutes.
Another 20 minutes. Okay. Awesome. So it's like, think of it like a, what is it? TV serials, We end at a certain time and we resume at that time again. Okay. So who am I? A scientist did some analysis after Harry. What did he do? What is the most common element in the body? It is water. How much Costco sells it for? $3. Or in Washington, it is free also, right? Thank you. But there are more chemicals in it, right? If you look at all those chemicals and look at the Amazon value of those chemicals, it comes out to be maybe a couple of dollars. The magnesium there, it is very cheaply available in the market in the raw form. So I'm a businessman. I hire people. And if somebody is available for $1 I'm all in, right? But the fact is, I don't get people in $2. Yes, there's something more. It's not just human body. There is something more. What is that more that we are here to discover? So what's our real identity? Anybody knows who's this? And this Sridevi again, before and after. So what is different? Some of us grew up looking at the movies, right? No feeling, no thinking, no desires, no movement, no consciousness. Now it doesn't matter whether the movie goes hit or flop. She doesn't care anymore in the second photo. Yes? Soul is gone. The difference between Sridevi alive and Sridevi dead is the soul is gone. So in our own language, mother tongue, okay? When we say somebody is dead, what do we say? In mother tongue, let's do one-liners. Sir, in your mother tongue, when somebody passes away, what do we say?
ఇంకెళ్ళం స్వర్గవాస్ చూడు
Satogitara.
మరణే చనిపోయారు
So many of us say, gone. Yes? But the person I was hugging, kissing, shaking hands, fighting, right? Climbing on his head, is lying right there. Who has gone? Do you understand? The same person that, this is the Vedic thing. Don't make it at home right now. In the olden times, the wife would take a bath, then touch husband's feet, and then cook. If he's dead, if she touches him, she has to take a shower because he's dead now. If you touch a dead body, what you have to do first? Take a shower. And a husband and wife get married, the first thing that they need is privacy. At least in America, it's easily available. In India, 1 billion people. For married couples in villages and homes and combined families, what is the biggest missing factor? They don't have privacy only. 50 people are always watching now. Where are you? What are you doing? Right? So they wanted privacy. But what happens? After a few years, the husband dies. Now, does the wife want privacy? Like he's lying right here. The wife calls relatives, hey, he's dead. We cannot bury tonight or we cannot burn tonight. He's going to be tomorrow morning and I can't be with him at night. Baat kiya to? What if he starts talking? Right? So previously, Aiji, baat karo na, please, baat mat karo, don't stop talking to me. Now, if he talks, that is bad idea. That is the power of soul being in the body and soul not being in the body is we are treated very differently. And please, you can swap the whole example as wife is dead. So don't, in the days of equality, I don't want to be kind of differentiating. But the point is, if you're dead or alive, you're treated very differently. Previously, as an Olympian, you can jump over a pole and go across the high pole and all that. You could do so many athletic activities. You can run so fast, you can swim so much, you can cross English Channel swimming. So many things you can do with your body. When you're dead, there are four people carrying you on the shoulder, and the body gets heavier and heavier and heavier. It starts to dismantle itself, starts to decay, starts to rot, start to smell yucky, and the worms come out of it. The worms start eating the body. What happened? It's the same body, just the soul is missing. Yes. So that is the power of the soul. A soul in all bodies is similar only, like the same soul, a similar soul, similar. It's we're going to learn that. Like a whale's soul in whale's body is not different than the soul in mosquito body, but it powers mosquito's heart also, and it powers whale's heart also. So that is that soul that we're going to learn about, that we are, and sometimes we have in the mosquito, and sometimes we have in the whale also. So how long we want to do that? That is this picture showing us. How long we want to keep going? Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. Huh? How long you want to keep going? Kabhi to think of it like you enter engineering college and you never come out. Etiquette down, etiquette down. Sometimes, some people say getting into the college is our responsibility, getting us out is college's responsibility. So university is a university and we're learning all the time, but we're supposed to graduate also. We're supposed to get out of here. We're not here forever. At least we're not supposed to be here forever, right? So how long you want to continue here? न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन् नायं भूत्वा भवति वा भूयः अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. Bhagavad Gita 2.20. Raise your hand if you have Bhagavad Gita at home. Awesome. Awesome. I'm in one of the best audiences so far. For the soul, and so that you know I'm not lying, we are giving a reference 2.20 and 1.90. You can go and check. For the soul, there is neither birth or not death at any time. Isn't it amazing? No birth, no death for the soul. That is, nobody can threaten you saying that I'm going to kill you. How will you kill me? There is no birth, there is no death also. Not only that, if you study that part of Bhagavad Gita, it will also tell you that fire, air, ether, nothing can do anything to the soul. Sword cannot cut it, wind cannot try it. Soul is indestructible, and that's who I am. So, what is the difference? Body is a matter. What is a matter? Matter naturally dwindles. Whether you build Taj Mahal or Qutub Minar or any building in the world, naturally it has to go down only. It doesn't come up. But how a child is born, right? As the soul enters the mother's womb, the life starts to develop and the body starts to develop and become stronger and stronger and stronger. And then what happens? When the soul leaves, the body starts to dwindle again. It's unwinding again. So by the power of the soul, the body is taking the shape and the strength and vibrancy. So body by nature is matter and is dead. But soul by nature is spirit. It is alive. Not conscious. Body is not conscious. A dead person who is decaying, whatever you do, no reaction. Take a live person and pinch them. There's a reaction, right? Soul. Is there a question?
I was thinking of body is conscious.
We're going to learn the architecture of who we are. It's sometimes it's just vocabulary of what we learn in other schools and how we relate with that. But the soul is conscious. The body is not conscious. The body doesn't have a body acts like it is conscious as long as soul is there. When the soul is not there, does it show any signs of consciousness? Have you seen a dead body saying that, "Arey, Bahubali release ho gaya kya?" You will never see that, right? It's like body is dead. Bahubali aaya gaya, kuch farak nahi padta. By the way, raise your hand if you do not know Hindi. That's awesome. I'm from Mumbai. Marathi is my mother tongue, and Hindi is my favorite language. Body changing all the time. By the time you were talking in the class, few cells died in our body, and few new cells came up. And body changing all the time. And the evidence is, if I show you my 5-year-old photo, you will not be able to recognize it. And if I show you my 95-year-old photo again, you will not be able to recognize. Why? Body is changing all the time. The soul is the constant part. The body is continuously changing and changing and changing. And science says every 7, 8 years, all the cells in the body die. So every 8 years, we are brand new. Still, there is a constancy. Why? Because 10 years back, somebody insulted me, I remember. Isn't it true? Especially people who got married, right? The experiences don't go away, karma doesn't go away. So that means there is a constant part in the body. That constant part is Atma. And that is the IP address the karma is locked into. But it's temporary. It comes into existence and it goes back also. A friend of mine who went to India and he couldn't get his father's funeral, and in a lota, his father was a doctor, that ash was in the lota. And it's like, doctors have to be like lote mein fit ho rahe, right? So think about it. That what is the destination of the body? There are only 2, 3 destinations, right? Jala Samadhi means pani mein jayenge, becomes the food for the fish, and the fish will pass out something. Or in Zoroastrian culture, they say body should be used in service, so they feed it to the birds with the body. Then what happens? Birds pass the stool. So stool is one choice. We are going to become the stool. Second choice is burn the body. Ashes. एक लोटे में बैठ जाएंगे. And that lota bhar ash also there, we'll just sprinkle it across some special place. Finish. Job over. For a few years, there will be our photo in the house. As time progress, people say, कब तक रखेंगे? Take it out. Decor में suit नहीं हो रहा. Looks are not matching. So body, either it becomes earth or ash or stool. That is the destination. But what do we give to the body? We give to the body best of the best. The top fragrances, top silk, top clothes, top food. Everything we give to the body is top notch. What does the body give us back? Think about it. Now that I'm not this body, have objective conversation that what the body gives me after I give all the good things. Anything that comes to the body is good. There are 9 holes in the body if you never counted. The scriptures say this is the city of 9 holes in which the soul is residing. And that city of 9 holes, like 2 ears and 2 nostrils and 2 eyes, I'll count you only that much. You count. Whatever comes out is yucky. Start with tears. What comes out of your nose? Yucky. What comes out of your mouth? Yucky. So body gets everything nice from us. What we get from the body is nails, hair. There is no use, For example, you're eating Srikhanda and then you find a hair in it. You lose the whole taste of eating Srikhanda. And you repent those previous 3 bites. Why did I eat? Because there is a hair in it, right? That is the output of the body. So that is the body who I think I am this body. I am Ganesh. Happy birthday to you. And a friend doesn't wish me on the day when he knows that it's a happy birthday, I will not talk to you. Right? That much how much we are proud of being this body, but we are not this body. And we are eternal. The soul is eternal, part and parcel of the Lord. We are eternal in nature, and that is the beauty of Sanatan Dharma. That we are saying Sanatan. Sanatan means forever, and Dharma means what is most fundamental to our existence. The most fundamental to the existence of salt is to be salty. Most fundamental for a sugar is to be sweet. Most fundamental for the ice is to be cold and solid. सच घटे या बढ़े सच न रहे झूठ की कोई इंतहा नहीं. Like that, it has to be that one original thought and truth about us that we are able to learn about the soul. What is our original dharma? What is our real occupation? What is our real business? What is our real existence? That we are going to look at. Body is naturally dead. It's only by the presence of the soul it is looking alive. Right? And soul is always alive. Satchidananda Vigraha. So all these are the differences between body and soul. Any questions? We have more slides and more syllabus to go deeper. But any questions so far? Okay. Usually at the end, I ask the question, what did we learn today? What did you like the most? And we call it reflections. In that reflection, I want to make sure that time to talk and reflect also, knowing we have good numbers and time is short because the time check. So, and on this slide, I'll take a pause. I'll just show you the slide after this. You are not the body. Okay. On the mirror in Pune Brahmacharya Ashram, people write it on the mirror. They wake up and first thing you're brushing, you're not this body. That's a reminder. I am not this body, I'm Atma. And this is the slide that I will explain you next time. It's the cliffhanger for you to come back. With that, we'll start with the reflections. Are you okay? Yes. All right. So I'm going to turn this around. We started here last time. You start there. Let me just cross this. Or did I stop hearing? Yeah. Okay. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Your reflection. It can be one liner, two liner, or whatever you feel from the heart.
Uh,
What are your thoughts? What did you learn?
What I do.
What did you learn?
Yeah, so
And what did you like? That is more important.
I think I like the last line a lot, uh, about the soul and the body. And like at least I never kind of realized that did I have a soul or anything, because I think I'm kind of too much into working and everything. Like we don't even get time to even think like, is there a soul? Is there a conscious inside? But yeah, that is something. Listening to you, okay, like there is something apart from body.
Yes.
If I just learned about soul and all these things, first I felt it's totally irrelevant to me. Now I feel like they're all connected. So now we need to understand how we are made up of and who is controlling us. So just out of curiosity, wants to learn more about soul. And I really like the way you narrated the entire story. So those are the things I like.
Thank you. Thank you. Your check is in the mail, okay?
I really like the aspect of Arjuna where he's trembling, but the backdrop of that Arjun is such a great warrior and still he's in that situation. So that uh, gives a lot of hope in the real life that when we are in not a good situation, how we can deal with it somehow.
Yes. Thank you.
The focus, the Arjuna makes out the focus and he's on to
If you're not visible in the screen, you have to tell me, okay?
so focus like how Arjuna is very much focused on his words and the class what it does, and also the body difference between the body and the soul. So that is what.
Very.
So I like the first thing why Lord selected Arjuna and giving the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. As you mentioned, like Arjuna was clear in his thoughts and he was very clear and had self control. And another thing I like about the difference you mentioned about the body and the soul, how they differ. The examples which you gave for the Sridevi slides and also, but it was like me, I think I learned.
Okay. So look like kids are out and all that. So one liner, everybody one liner. Yeah. And come back with the kids, no problem.
Before I say, I've been trying to learn Bhagavad Gita last couple of months. Uh, I completed 4 chapters, but I was not able to understand really well. The way that you explained between body and soul actually really helped me to analyze all that have gone. So it's really one simple example that you said is you are feeding so many things to your body, but it is not giving you back anything. But if you are conscious and if you understand that you are soul, you'll be more better in terms of how you want to pursue the situations. I think that's the best thing. Another point is you cannot learn Bhagavad Gita on your own. You need to have a guru, and that's why Guru Parampara is important. And how Srila Prabhupada was teaching to all his Shishya Parampara. I think that's the eye opener for me today after learning from through you.
Well, amazing, amazing. Thank you. Please give a big hand. In the name of Srila Prabhupada, who gave us all the knowledge. Thank you. So we'll start at the back, and I want the speaker to stand so that you are in the screen.
Yeah, I like the storytelling. No opinion on the content yet. Next session.
Thank you. The analogy that you explained between the body and the soul actions and the different statements. That's in the
And I know we are going to have prasadam later on, but speak like you ate prasadam loudly.
Like visions about Arjuna of Arjuna is learning. I heard about this during my master's. It is said that case studies in Cambridge and Oxford are based on Bhagavad Gita. And I was not aware what is that. I tried to understand, I didn't understand. So hopefully I learned something. So I'm more curious about Arjuna's learning and how it connects to real life and case studies. Very nice.
The anecdotes or analogies are very good. Hearing from somebody not in orange or yellow robes, that makes more understanding.
Very good. We will talk about 4 Varanas and 4 Ashramas and how it relates.
That came from because I have been through Chinmay mission all my life.
You've seen
So
that.
I know the stages of that white, yellow, and
Stand up and speak.
The whole part I liked it, but the one thing was very new to me. I was sober thinking Dharmaraja didn't do any mistakes. Might be intentionally or unintentionally, he told his brother, like he insulted by saying that. That was a new information. So
You enjoyed.
I learned something.
Handle family life. Yes, Mata.
And one question is like it is said that soul has no change.
Can
But
we log the sounds?
so soul has, it is mentioned that soul has, but what a 50-year-old man who's a 5-year-old boy doesn't, definitely it's not a bodily change. How do we say that?
Please give her a big hand. Because that question will get answered in the next class. So I'm guaranteed to see you again. Thank you. Next.
3 things. Number 1 was narrative itself. It felt like we went back to the childhood. Most of these things we have heard and it has been there in our culture, but we've never applied it. Arjun ko kya hota tha? Arjun is confused tha. We all go through this confusion and problems, depression, anxiety. Or so I think there was an eye opener, the way he explained a narrative. Arjun can be so sick that hum kaun hota hai. And then Krishna is there, God is there with us to take us to different places. That was really number 1. Number 2, I think somebody said that you're at chapter 4. I finished chapter 14 and I started chapter 15 today. And it took me 6-7 months because I kept reading chapter 2 and he was like, kya pada? Yaar, main to bhul gayi. Wapas jana padega. And I kept doing for months, but I think like one thing he said that's good to do in school. And I think that's the way he explained. I think hope that will resonate more and stay. I will be able to apply. Number 3 was difference between body and soul. I think how we all think, ये मैं कर रहा हूँ, ये मैं कर रही हूँ, मुझे इतना मिलेगा, वो मिलेगा, इसने मुझे वो कर दिया. I think nothing matters because ultimately सबको तो जाना ही है. Soul, I think that was pretty much an eye opener because we don't apply those things. So those are 3 things which really stood out for me. So thank you.
Thank you.
One thing which I like your sense of humor. So, and I agree with her that we usually read Bhagavad Gita, but we were not able to understand the meaning of the whole. And in the class, we have learned so many new things which we didn't thought that this can be happen. And one more thing, Prabhuji, the next time I will not wear 2 sweaters coming in. Yeah, it's too hot. Yeah. But this time, which I that our soul is in a journey. It just changes its form. This is our soul is eternal. It's a really good.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. This is Rakesh. So I like everything. The main part is body and soul that I really like. And one thing I learned that instead of nourishing our body, we should nourish our soul and gain spiritually.
Please give him a big hand. Every batch, we were in 5th grade, we were in 10th grade, we were in all grades in our life. Every batch had only two things, toppers and droppers. We really have a choice. You have Bhagavad Gita at home. Start reading only the introduction side of it. Introduction of Bhagavad Gita. That is your homework before next class. Thank you. Next. Close the door. Yeah, next person can talk.
I think the best part I liked was learning in a group. I think last time I learned in a group was college. And since that a lot of time has passed, I think there is a benefit to being in a group and learning with one person. And also learning for.
Thank you.
I didn't know that was a top quiz. But I like the part when Apsara knocked on Arjun's door in Swargalok and he knew what he wanted. So that was a clarity at that moment in his life. So that was what I liked.
Very nice. Yeah, so this has certainly piqued my interest, and I have some questions regarding the soul itself.
Come on.
Probably I can see.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we can see. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I have more questions about this. Right? So since you mentioned that soul is eternal, also on body level, so why don't we recall what we were in the past, in our past form?
Yes.
And so there is no recollection, and that's something that I would be interested to know.
So our promise is every question will be answered. It's part of the syllabus. It's coming. And in these 5, 6 sessions, 7, 8 sessions, all questions of life will be answered. Not how Ganesh thinks it or likes it, as per Bhagavad Gita. So it's good to have questions. Please give a big hand just for having questions. Having questions is beginning of the human life. No questions is animal life. Okay. Yes.
Well, two things today that stood out for me was like, yeah, like, why do we like, how do we be happy? We need people around us. So in our day-to-day life also, we should do things that make people happy so that they can, surround us and we live together and stay. Yeah, that is something I think, we should like every day we should try to keep the people around us happy. And so that we ourselves like are spiritually like happy to keep ourselves.
Yes.
That's something. And the second part, I think, like you said, we are feeding our body, but the body does not give us anything in return. So materialistic stuff that we keep, like you said, silk clothes and this and that and everything that we are feeding our body. I think that made me realize, like, we should just live with the basics. Maybe like that journey for our soul would be easier, like, for the transition into the next life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Please give her a big hand. You're locking in. I can see some toppers right here. So, yes.
I think the first slide, right, Arjun's dilemma or the things he was feeling, that resonates, I think, with a lot of us personally. We go through these ups and downs in our lives. And so I will be interested to see what teachings are there in Bhagavad Gita which can help Arjuna, not just him, but us, in managing our mind a little better, to be more in control of our emotions and the actions that we take.
Very nice. Thank you.
So the 2 points I liked about is one is self-control of Arjuna, and then he has how much clarity he has, what is the needed here, in couple of places, you have given examples. One is the overshare, other one is the different cases you have given. That is how important is the self-control to one have in our lives. And then other one is the body and soul. So we are soul is eternal, body is the temporary. So we have to know what should be.
I like, I like how insignificant our body is and the dying Dwara of Nagri and what is going in and coming out is so. I like that part, and I also like how Krishna guide Arjuna like as a guru. And also Arjuna asks question to Krishna on behalf of us. It's like that part. Krishna. I like the part where you were giving examples why Arjuna was so qualified. Till now, I was like, yeah, because he's qualified, Krishna's giving the information, but the examples I really like the stories behind it. So that was nice to me. And I also like the last slide where I think you have to explain, but that we are like operating our body as well as I can see Krishna in the background.
It's Paramatma.
But that's
Very nice. Overall, did you guys enjoy?
yes.
Okay. Should I come back?
Yeah.
I give you the choice to fire me today. With that, we'll say Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.